All right, a very good afternoon, a very good evening, or a very good morning, depending on which continent you are watching this video from. Welcome again to yet another broadcast from our channel, my YouTube channel, Apollo Jimmy. Everything Arsenal, effectively Arsenal, anything concerning Arsenal, you'll get it right here on this channel. All the transfer news, all the talks, and everything concerning Arsenal. I promise I'll bring to you every latest information concerning Arsenal. I can say, what can I say? Is it good news or bad news? Because what I am receiving right now on my desk, it's either exciting for Arsenal fans and it is alarming, or it is tears on the side of Juventus fan, because as Fabrizio Romano confirms it that Juventus have been deducted 10 points by Serie A because of being found guilty in the allegation. Remember the scandals that Juventus has always been in. Previously, they were deducted like 15 points, and again, they have again deducted more 10 points. What does that mean? That critically means, that simply means that Juventus are out of this year's UEFA Champions League. Rather, Juventus are out of next year's UEFA Champions League. What does this mean to Arsenal? It is joy, because Arsenal was meant to be put in pot number 3. And what did that mean? That meant that Arsenal would have higher chances of meeting very strong opposition during the group stages. But as I speak now, with Juventus being eliminated out of the Champions League, Arsenal has taken the spot for Juventus in pot 2. This is how pot 2 looks like. Bayern Munich from Germany, Real Madrid from Spain, Manchester United from England, Inter Milan from Italy, Atletico Madrid from Spain, RB Leipzig from Germany, FC Porto from Porto, and Arsenal has taken up the slot for Juventus. That is good news, because what does that mean? That means that Arsenal will at least miss out, or Arsenal will not have to face very difficult opposition who might have been in pot 1 and pot 2. That means that they are either likely to face any opposition from any team from pot 1, any team from pot 3, and any team from pot 4. For those who want to know how the pots are standing right now, in pot 1, we have Manchester City, of course. We have AS Roma or Sevilla, either of the two. Whoever qualifies, we will have to drop into pot 1. We have Barcelona in pot 1. We have Napoli in pot 1. We have Borussia Dortmund in pot 1, PSG in pot 1, Benfica in pot 1, Feyenoord in pot 1. And then in pot 3, we have Shakhtar Donetsk in pot 3. We have Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg. We have Dynamo Zagreb. We have Rangers from Scotland. We have AC Milan, and we have Braga from Portugal. We have Lazio from Italy. We have Creveneza from Serbia. And then in pot 4, we have Copenhagen from Denmark. We have Young Boys from Switzerland. Yes. And then we have Real Sociedad from Spain. We have Galatasaray. We have Celtic. We have Newcastle. This is the first time. And then we have Union Berlin, and then we have RC Lens from that is France over there. So that is how things are panning out from there. Good news is that Arsenal has moved in from pot 3, and now they have taken over the position of Juventus after Juventus has been dropped out or eliminated from Champions League due to financial scandals in Italy, because they have been found guilty for not issuing out, for not telling or for not publishing some financial records concerning their transfer dealings. So that is it for you Arsenal fans. Let us bounce straight to what has brought us here, anything that is happening in our team, that is Arsenal. For starters, we all know that Arsenal is up in guns and they want to go and scoop down a player from West Ham, and that is none other than Declan Rice. But the most interesting stuff concerning this transfer, forget about the money, forget about the price tag, that's 100 million and over that West Ham wants for the player. The good news is that West Ham is interested in one of Arsenal's fullback, and that is Nuno Tavares. Could Arteta use this as a weapon? Because I have been told, or to my understanding, I've been told that West Ham do not have any issues concerning player and cash. That means Arsenal can negotiate if they want to include Nuno Tavares in the Rice deal. But on the player side, I understand that the player has no issue with joining Arsenal. So let's wait and see if Declan Rice will join us this summer, or else we shall use cash plus player, or we shall only use a player and cash. We shall see what Mikel Arteta and Edu are going to decide to use on that transfer. Still speaking about defenders, Arsenal are interested in Galatasaray's French international right back, none other than Sancho Boye. Sancho Boye, I understand that his representatives were in London over this week. So we don't know whether they had come to talk to Arsenal or Brighton. But what I know, that his agents or his representative were in London over this week. So let's wait and see how far the transfer will go. Remember that Arsenal earlier on in January, they had gone to Real Valladolid and they wanted their right back, none other than Fresneda. Remember that this is one of the best upcoming right back. One thing I like about him, he is the way he inverts. It's the way he inverts into the midfield, just the way Arteta wants his team to play. So he's an inverted wing back. So let's see how this transfer will go. What does it mean? That means that if Arsenal goes for one of the two fullbacks, that is either Sancho Boye or they go for Fresneda, that means that Ben White will be drafted back into his original position to partner or to fight for position with none other than Saliba over at the other side. Okay, apart from that, this morning, reports from Brazil has confirmed that Arsenal are in negotiation with one of the most talented upcoming Brazilian wingers, that is none other than Pedrico. Pedrico is one of the best talents that is emerging out of Brazil. Remember, Arsenal and Brazilians will never say never when it comes to Arsenal and Brazil, because we have a whole hell of Brazil in our team. First and foremost, Edu's connection with the Brazil just makes you know that this transfer will come into plan. They're saying that he might join Arsenal when the season ends. When the season ends, he might join Arsenal. So what is so interesting that this young man, this young boy, this young chap, this young Brazilian, this young superstar, Pedrico, he plays the same position with our star boy Martinelli. Let's wait and see. But I watched some of his videos. Wow! He's one of a hell of talent. I think if he ends up at Arsenal at 17-year-old, I think he has something to show in the world in years to come. Talking about transfers, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Granit Xhaka. Wow, what a season he has had. 2 seasons, what a season Granit Xhaka has had. There's nothing we can say. We can just say, thank you, Granit Xhaka. Thank you so much. You have had a very spectacular season. You have made Arsenal proud. What I understand, according to transfer guru chief Fabrizio Romano, he has confirmed that Granit Xhaka will be playing his last Arsenal game. It will be so emotional to see Granit Xhaka leave the mighty Emirates. So let's wait and see what will happen. But I understand that over the next weeks, everything will be sorted out between Arsenal and Granit Xhaka's move to Bayer Leverkusen. A fee ranging between £50 million to £30 million are going to be exchanged hands between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen. Good luck, Granit Xhaka. Wish you the best over there in Germany. Remember, his wife is one of the reasons as to why he wants to go back to Germany, maybe to end up his career in Germany, where we got him from. What does it mean? Just like the West Ham deal, could we say that the relationship between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen is coming ever closer and closer? Because when Arsenal negotiates a deal with Bayer Leverkusen, I think they are going to talk about Moussa Diaby, one of the best talents. Talk about talents, one of the best talents in Bundesliga. Should we wait and see? Or should we hope that during the negotiation, while Edu and team are negotiating a Granit Xhaka deal, they're going to pop in and say, why can't you give us, why can't we give you some little money and then you give us £50 million a player that is in the names of Moussa Diaby. Let's wait and see how far that deal is going to pan out. Wish Granit Xhaka the best, but I wish we could get Moussa Diaby as part of that deal. Finally, I would like to confirm to you that within a short period of time, either next week or within days, Reiss Nelson is going to be confirmed as new Arsenal player. New Arsenal player? Oh, they will confirm. Oh, Reiss Nelson is about to put pen to paper to sign a new contract. It said that it will be a long-term contract, 4 years and one option of another year. So let's wait and see how that deal will pan out. After Reiss Nelson, I guarantee you, I think Martin Odegaard, Captain Fantastic, is going to also put pen to paper to commit his future to Arsenal. Lastly, or last but not least, according to Ryan Taylor Sports, they say that Arsenal are in advance, or Arsenal are likely to jump in or draw closer or draw their nose into the deals between Bayer Leverkusen and Moussa Diaby. They say that Arsenal might quicken up this transfer because Mikel Arteta wants to have his targets as early as possible before the mid-season transfers goes further. So let's wait and see if either Declan Rice or Moussa Diaby. I rather have all the three players whom Arsenal are targeting. That is Declan Rice, very powerful midfielder. I would also love to have Moussa Caicedo into our midfield, not forgetting that Partey has to be there. Talks of saying that Partey has to be sold. No, I don't support it. I think we need squad depth. So in Caicedo and Partey, and then we have Jorginho also will be helping in the midfield. And then I think as we move forward, I think Arsenal should bring in somebody who is going to help to help Bukayo Saka in that right hand side of the team. So that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I remind you again, hit that like button and subscribe if you are new on this channel. Everything Arsenal. Thank you for watching my channel.